Hello, peeps. I am Tidbit, she, her. I do voices, I play games, and we are doing a live stream. Welcome back. We are still playing the Ace Attorney trilogy for Phoenix Wright. We are on game number 3, case number 5, and we are getting very, very close to the end. So, and there's no guest with me today, so we shall just get back into it. The last thing we need to do is present this. Hey, Edgeworth, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is, she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files. I checked! Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right. I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case! You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh, so they were sisters. Yes, they were sisters, but you know how these cases go. DNA gets important pretty quick. And this is when she entered my life. So, after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. Uh, what? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What? What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! At the time, Dahlia, it was like she was possessed by a demon or something. That tends to run in the family. Can't wait till Pearl goes nuclear. Be a very good sight to see. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead. And once somebody is dead, there is no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead. Huh. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris. Her in. Oh, OBS is disconnected. Fun. But there's no one in chat right now, so all of the YouTube peeps are like, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? Might be because I have the Discord stream up. I'll close that until someone shows up. Alright. They were stumped. And that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But do you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file, and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. A victim. My father is not truly gone, as long as you can remember he was here. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Karine channeling technique is real. Alright. Take this. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear.
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura temple.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Miss Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you.
Uh-huh.
Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m. But what you say doesn't add up. You yourself testified to the contrary. Don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out at 10 o'clock that night.
Oh,
Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
who's that?
Me.
Mrs. Wright.
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in two different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. On the night of the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me evidence. Show me something that proves there is more than one of me.
I have a firm grasp on the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mrs. Wright. But she's no longer.
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Quran channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her. What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept that I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Miss Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path.
Twisted.
She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Revenge? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest of the main branch of the Fey family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place. For power. But his plan backfired because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karine.
That would be Misty Fey, Maya's mother.
But before long, the credibility of the Karine tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fey, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the fake clan. That's what it looks like. There's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student. Have you heard anything about...
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Hurry up, Phoenix Lights! This is nearly the last stream! There is still much more to investigate, though.
Leave the locks to me. I'll open them for you. I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Cyclox. February 9th. Heavenly Hall. Look at that. They really did make a fire. Right in front of the shack.
Oh! Buster's neck!
You're too late, Nick! If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them off! I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearl is hiding. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donem's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So, Pearls never went to Miss Donem's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearl, on the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Boop. You went here, didn't you, Pearl? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or right, okay?
But you are, Mrs. Wright. You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is... It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearl. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one of those you channel.
Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Oh. Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearl. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10, so I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
After 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small, though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearl, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you?
Uh.
I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
What? Where did you?
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearl, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights.
I'm speechless, Miss Nick. You're amazing. Wow.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearl.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion of them has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearl? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearl have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearl was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearl, was... It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter.
Ah! What? What the what?
It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearl? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
Sid? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearl doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearl, who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Pearl. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions did you. But you followed them to the letter, regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
What? How did you? What?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was... Let's give it a sec. Alright. Am I back? Looks like I'm green. And all the viewers dropped. Great. So, If you're watching this from the future, watching the YouTube video, please comment down below any games you like me to watch. But please know, I have a budget. I can't buy all the games, so free games will tend to be higher up on my list. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
What? Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
What? How did you know that? What?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Elise Donem on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together.
Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise. So, for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure. Miss Donem taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravely sounded like gravy to me. And the only roast I could think of was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy.
The gravy.
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Quran, like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area?
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go into the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then
Pearl, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris, too. It happens.
I'm real assured by this man.
If you ever do, know that is the wrong thing.
Oh.
Anyway, Then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes. That's when I woke up. It was morning. I tried not to. Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one at the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. Oh, Pearl, no. No. The childhood trauma, no. I threw the letter into the incinerator. Then I heated up the leftover gravy and
Let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll when you cried?
Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too.
Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry.
it was written right in my mother's letter. It said, "As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit."
On impression.
Oh, thank you. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit.
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried, and I tried, and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let her get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that.
I do not feel reassured by this man.
So she never managed to channel the spirits. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes. I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
Well, I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yup, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken.
Glad you have standards somehow, Larry. Wait a minute, you liar!
You constantly are like, you were trying to get...
What was her name? You know, biker lady. And it's just like Larry knew that she was in a relationship, and he's just like,
I'll just deliver the fucking wallet and hope that, what a guy. What the heck was that noise?
what? Car just honked. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. "This is my last wish," she said. "So make sure you follow the instructions carefully."
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearl.
I visit her every month. And last month she told me.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
My mother is always so nice to me. I love her very much.
A 9-year-old is going to a penitentiary to visit her mother. Goodness.
Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? Right? Why aren't you saying anything?
I have nothing to say.
She said it was for the good of the fake. I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mrs. Nick?
I guess so. Yeah?
There was a picture with her letter too,
A picture?
of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh?
Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange.
Larry, we don't need your commentary. Someone had already opened it? Thanks, Pearl. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us. So I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? That she's actually down below? That she wants Maya dead? Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painful. Wait. You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully obvious is. Godot? The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a frickin' puzzle workshop. I guess she's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her. Try it. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but and you were the only one who was by their sides. Yeah, 'cause some prosecutor, fucking Diego, abandoned them. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. What did I just say? Try it. Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mrs. Nick?
You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Miss Nick. Yeah.
My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. To be continued.
Woo! All of that investigation segment done in 1 hour. So, you know what that means? It's tea time. And it's just a nice little break. So I can ask, how have y'all been? People from the future, comment down below how y'all have been. People in the chat right now, speak. Slurp. Also, again, we are in the final trial segment, part 4 of Bridge to the Turnabout. And, oh, goodness gracious, it's a doozy. So, let's just buckle in and see how far we can get. So most definitely, next stream will be the final one. And then who knows what we're playing after that? Will it be episode 0 of the Devil? Will it be SteamWorld Heist 1? Will it be something else? I don't know yet. The fates have not decided. Except on episode 0. I want to do that, and then we can just do episode 0 again when I have all of the episodes. Because again, budget. February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Morning, Pearl.
Miss Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Miss Maya.
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom long play. Is that free? I'll definitely put it on the list. Put everything that everyone suggests me on a list. Even with how wild it is, like horror games and Fear and Hunger. It's on the list. But goodness gracious, is it at the bottom?
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be back at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Edgeworth! What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession. Or so I've heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godot? Godot. Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. Look at my smug face.
The Sacred You don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally, we estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Is it going to be this stream? Oh, heck no. No. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Godot wants to nail it. This case? I don't think you can do that in public.
You can take a nail gun to your own briefcase in public. It's just, definitely don't have other people next to you when you do that. And, be careful where you're pointing both the briefcase and the nail gun. Or you could just have, like, a hammer and a nail with the briefcase on the ground or on a table. Whack, whack, whack. You can nail a case in public. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold onto someone else. Literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Thanks. Mwah. Mwah.
Ew.
Don't worry, Pearl. It's Yuri.
Oh, cool.
I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case.
I thought it was some Fujoshi stuff.
No. We're out of that place.
Oh, thank goodness.
The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donem. No. I mean, Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after.
I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. February 10th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Your Honor, what are you... Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot. My poor brother. He looked a bit pale. Not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. Unless you've seen this game before. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Ms. Godot. I understand exactly what you said, at least up until the end, anyway. Now then, Ms. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So then you mean... Forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Are your rules just the court of law rules and then weird things you find at the underside of fucking coffee Snapple caps? No.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something that you want to confess to?
Yes, but first, I want to apologize to Miss Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's all right. What is it?
Miss Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Ms. Elise Darnem?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place.
She is but a simple nun. And she has no... And the games she has to suggest for next streams? None.
After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise. and carried it to the Hazakura temple courtyard where I desecrated it.
What? Order! Order in the court! Well, witness! Are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes, that is correct.
What? 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweats. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Takes 2 to tango and all that. Ain't that right, Mr. Trite? Did you have to say it like that? Yeah, that's the only way the rhyme scheme worked. Fuck you. That could do. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Shoved into a pocket. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone? Ugh, now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket.
I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I'm sorry, but main family?
Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Faye.
Huh? Huh? Wake up and smell the coffee. Trite. Better, but not my name. She's naming Maya! Order in the court! So, not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer!
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. A blink. And then I cleaned up the area to try and protect her.
Objection! That's ridiculous! Maya could never... The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
The squirrel a lying liar.
Just wait. Just wait. It's gonna get wild. Knowing what happens and what's going on is very, very useful when you're trying to do voice acting in certain characters and all their like little intricacies and you know what's going to happen. What the fuck?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going this direction.
I went to the inner temple that night, and I saw it happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
So it was in self-defense.
Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. It's Mrs. Wright? Ah, I am sorry. Now then, Miss Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. I am so sorry about that. Right, you said he was Yuri in the defendant's lounge earlier. You heard that? No. I am the goddess of justice. Of course I did. Yuri is justice. Ah. Okay. I'll try and fit that into my worldview. Cool.
I went into the garden. Alright, it says press.
Hold it! She moved in to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise John M. tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Ms. Faye?
Yes, exactly.
Hmm. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. Oh, they fucking put that in there just a tongue tie. Worcestershire sauce. Just gotta look at the word. Worcestershire sauce. It says shire at the end. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client? Lawyer girl? Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? There's just one thing. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, and they are saying things against their own best interests. Yes, well, nevertheless... That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey! Just a moment. It's my job to say that... Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Why do you think I have a coffee mug? It is my gavel, my justice, my sweet black ichor. There is no goddess in coffee. It is ground up, boiled, and blended. Throw pistachios in there and you can catch yourself a vampire. Okay, now, let's continue.
She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe.
Objection! Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Don M.
throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But you can do. But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
And naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris. But the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Donham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
Objection. Oh, that's clever. That was an impressive bit of investigation. That was an impressive bit of investigating. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden inside that staff. Even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat.
You've never used a sword?
Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade.
Well, if it's so unwieldy for close quarters combat, why does it have a blade at all?
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
But there is something strange about this whole testimony.
Well, Ms. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. I will now present back its argument.
Mr. Wright!
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Donham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Elise Donham would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donham.
Oh my gosh, are you about to dead name a woman? Oh my gosh, I didn't think you'd go that low.
Her real name was Misty Fey.
Oh shit, it does seem relevant.
Fey? No, not Misty Fey. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to... Misty Fey is the master of the Quran channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Are you serious?
Is that really true, Mrs. Wright? Was Elise Donham actually the great mystic Misty?
Yep. There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hasn't seen in 17 years.
Oh, you had me going there. I thought it was just 7, and then you added the teen. Oh my goodness.
Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing.
Order! Order in the court!
Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible, except for one little thing. Yes, what is this one little impossible thing? You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Did you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. You're going to ruin your health, my friend. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime, and he discovered this little beauty. Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Where did you find that? I didn't see it when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Were you listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of coffee morning. Didn't you just say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. Cute girls never lie. Ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling that knife away, but then she collapsed.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable. Now then, Miss Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. The battle. Doing the big bombastic voice for the goddess of justice makes me do a lot of yawning.
Okay, so in the battle, present.
Objection! Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh? Whatever could you mean, Mr. Wright?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? It could have been in a boob. Who would ever do that? Why would you stab someone in the boob? It's so rude. Yes, I think so. But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to the blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
Oh!
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Ah!
What? What is the meaning of this, Ms. Wright? It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Objection! Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims that the victim was stabbed in the stomach. there certainly are some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just.
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. I am going to send this to my coffee expert to know if this is true. To pick out each one requires the total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said? Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself. The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. I remember light. Supple taste of their lips upon mine. By the way, excuse me? Well, did you know Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit? I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for. Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly? Normal eyes. Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Most enlightening. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it could be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite?
No! That's ridiculous!
Order! 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 Here, Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern, there's something written on it. Huh? Why, it's written in blood. Oh boy. So the judge did notice. So the judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood? It says Maya upside down. What the?
Oh, yes, that's Right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body.
It certainly looks that way.
Objection! Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean? What are we all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense! This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
But could it be? They can't see the bloody writing at all. Now that I think of it, they did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. So that's what they meant by that. In any case, this is an obviously important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Ms. Godot, anything further? My coffee expert has said, true, but not everyone can tell, /J. Ms. Godot?
Ow.
Okay, then. Let's move on. Godot is literally shaking. And somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. It's from caffeine overdose. I believe it has now been established that Miss Donem was killed by Maya Fey. That's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir, ma'am, Captain?
Sheriff will do. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Karine tradition, so I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple, and I used the Shishishito to alter the way the wound looked.
So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donham was actually Misty Fey. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
You know, we just got told by Iris in the investigation segment
That they lost everything due to the Fays. Specifically Misty Fae. So, and that they got moved to Hazakura Temple because of the Fays. They have nothing to thank for them. if you'll remember earlier in stream. So just keep that little nugget in your mind. I believe you're looking for Twist of Fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Ms. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I have the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are there any tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think there are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then, when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Ms. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make any sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
This should be fun. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, Sheriff. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
Objection. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge? It was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about that? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
No!
Order! 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 The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed that bridge. Body or no body. Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Objection! The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Oh, man! Me? How dare you say that? Whether this witness lied or not does not mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Darnam was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Darnam's body. They make a good point on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. Ding. So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
Objection! You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? Objection! It's only human to err. If you're so perfect, Trite, maybe you can explain this for the court. What is it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick? Well, not exactly. No. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth. It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth. Ah! All right, then. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You've already admitted that you moved the body, the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony? I don't know. Probably not.
moving the body. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying there is a way to cross a burning bridge?
So it was just a misunderstanding. I see. This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. It clearly would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Dusky Bridge photo added to the court record.
Who is that? That's the new bailiff.
Hello.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. Try it. I'm only gonna say it one more time.
Eh?
It's only human to err. And only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense they make, the less sense they make. All right, Ms. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Moving the body.
Or are you saying there is another way to cross a burning bridge?
Objection! A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. But
Everyone knows nobody would go near that bridge.
Perfect timing, Furry. Welcome, welcome.
Hello?
I hope you're doing good.
You glitched out for me. Can you stream?
Oh, yeah. I hope you're doing good. How are you?
Good.
Yay. All right. Let's see. Let me just quickly
Yes.
check.
No, not good.
So, who do you want to be? We pretty much just have the 4 people that are in court right now, which is Sister Iris, the judge, Godot, and Wright. And then later, Meyer shows up.
Can I take Iris?
Sure.
Okay.
What? You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who...
judge.
What?
Wrong judge.
Wrong judge. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Preposterous! Who is it? Who is this witness? Can't chicken out here. Gotta keep on the attack and go, go, go.
Go Gadget, bring in the sex pest.
Go Gadget. Miss Elise Dunham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice.
Larice Donham. Brilliant, highly gifted.
Abriantus?
Remember what he said in his testimony. That night, he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event.
Do you think, while we weren't looking and Gata was investigating the scene, he came across Larry and was like, bro, you hate women too? And then they started making out?
Yeah, it's like Godot tried to show interest, but then Larry's like, yeah, it's like so ridiculous, and just goes on like the anti-Valentine's rant. People
I was about to say, he's like fucking Valentine. Larry's like Valentine in, Monster High, and also another character I encountered recently that I forget the name of, but where it's like, they're like a sex pest and like bad to women because they're just like repressing gays so much.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a Dracula character or something?
The what like character?
The Monster High character, wasn't it like a vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Valentine, and he made Dracula's birthday a holiday. He named it after himself.
Goodness gracious. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
It's like when the artist posts like a crazy, detailed, like fully shaded, fully rendered image in Doodle Dump. Check out this sketch.
Check out this sketch. Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? No, it's, we're like
I
2
think I
numbers
would
off in
remember my
both
wife's
directions.
birthday.
What'd you say?
I think I would remember my wife's birthday.
Wow. Oh yeah, Rija.
Rajat.
Rajat. Fucking, I went so insane. I'm just like, who the heck is Tachyon? What was Biscuit talking about? And I fucking found it. It's the fucking Uma. the Uma that I like. Agnes Tachyon, of course. It's like, that's why I know the
can't
name.
figure this out. Agnes, honey, what do you think, horsey?
I mean, that's kind of what happened, where I was just going through Tumblr, and it's like, aw, look at that. That's a cute little Tachyon. Tachyon, wait a fucking second! Wait a minute! Tachyon, you genius!
Bro, that yawn is tacky.
Ow. Hard, I stabbed my lip with the straw. Ow.
No, now you get funny blood laughs that taste like funny iron.
Ms. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Oh, uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Well, tried. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere.
Let me tell you my brain's tangent. When he said "uh-oh," that made me think of "oh no," and then I pictured Lemon Demon because he says "oh no" in a lot of his songs. So I pictured like Neil Cicerega in your like council fucking bench, just like next to Phoenix Wright, going "oh no."
Who?
Lemon Demon,
Oh, that's their name.
Neil Cicerega, yeah.
Oh.
He's also done a lot of other stuff outside of Lemon Demon.
Hmm.
There's a popular meme of like a DM. It's like a scammer DM where it's like, "Hello, yes, I am Neil Cicerega. I need your credit card so that I can buy new music. I was locked out of my studio and I am using an alternate account." And then the person just keeps going, "Oh my gosh, Neil! Hello, yes, that is me. Please send me money. Neil Cicerega, you are a fan, yes? No, yes, Alright, please send me money. Lemon Demon, yes, that is me. Tangent over.
Tangent over.
Other than looking like this was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. And I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down.
I know your stupid lawyery tricks. You're trying to win.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch?
That's what I'm doing.
Upside down. Why did Godot say that? There's a lot of strange things of where it's like Godot is helping here, and that's going to become very ridiculous soon. Why is Godot helping?
Well, Godot has complicated feelings about the women who he hates and loves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, then let's hear the defense's theory.
What exactly is this sketch trying to show? I don't think old Whisker Face is going to forgive any more mistakes. All right, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. It's over. It's over. No, not like that. This sketch, drawn by Laurice Donem,
My guess is
Is-
exactly what happened.
it's weird. It says a complete contradiction in the guide. Something is so obviously funny about this sketch. I'm no art critic, but even I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Laurice Donem stated it over and over that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However,
Oh my gosh.
what?
A fucking upside down head,
Yep.
which has never been like verbally stated. It's just like, I'm conjuring the image into your mind now.
Yeah. The entire time that you talk to him at Heavenly Hall, they keep flashing that image at you of just like, I was asleep, and then I saw it! It's just like, interesting picture. And when they say it here, after Godot being like, upside down, it's just like, why did they say upside down? Upside down. It's just like, I wonder.
Phoenix, leave me alone.
No, leave me alone. Trying to help you solve this case. Why? Because you murdered them and that's how you know it? Why aren't you saying anything? If we're to believe this testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. That's such a weird way to say that.
It contradicts reality? Blink.
This is getting interesting, even though I know how this is supposed to go. Looks like you're back to that finger-pointing thing again. Okay, Trite. So, what exactly is wrong about this picture?
Did I tell you about the streamer game?
The where?
There's a game that Reflex played during the demo fest. The one that interested me the most was this game where it gives like heavy like 3DS Ace Attorney vibes, like you know when you're like combing through footage and stuff.
Mhm.
It gives like that kind of vibe, but it is like a VTuber who happens to be your childhood friend is streaming, and you're like, oh hey, this is familiar. This is my childhood friend. Wow, they're a VTuber now, and you're watching, and then she fucking dies. And this little clock goes like, hey, you can why can't you save her? It's like, oh, okay. So you have to keep going back in time over and over again to save her from like little stupid deaths that keep happening in different ways using only the chat and time travel.
That's the streamer version of Ghost Trick. Goodness. What was it called? Sounds kind of fun.
Hang on. I like copy pasted the title a bunch. It's like my fave chill streamer dies 100 times or something, a million times, something along those lines.
Yep. 1,000,000 times. Oh, and the demo's still there. Neat.
Let's hope this video gets 1 billion views, or even 1 million.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's a smosh.
That's too many. I don't even have that many subscribers.
I am the wire, but I won't your bed.
Oh! You beamed that into my brain. You can't beam good songs into my head because then my brain's like, let's play that. It's like, we're doing a thing.
I went like slightly higher and my mic cut me.
It's this wire connected to the bridge. The wire?
Is that the thing?
Yes, the wire does have a bridge.
Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Show us the incursion, Marvel Boy. Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality.
Is the incursion the fucking like Marvel movie 1 or like Avengers movie 1 thing? What's the incursion?
Incursion in Marvel is when two realities are about to collide together. It was a thing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's like when Miles had a burger in his pocket for 3 months and that saved his existence and the existence of many others.
Something like that. I only know what the funny whited suited robot man tells me.
Sort of superhero.
I'm subscribed to people so I don't have to remember their usernames.
They remember so you don't have to?
No, not that one.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. Clock starts now. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
Great leaping pencils of Persia. That's a massive mushroom.
What? Is that a 2010 Minecraft wiki reference?
Yes.
Minecraft wiki reference.
Yes. There was back when it was first being released, there was the Minecraft wiki before fandom. Which it's so funny that it's just like there's the Minecraft wiki and then it went to fandom and then it got off of fandom and became the Minecraft wiki again. But in the first era of the Minecraft wiki, there were these little showcases down at the bottom that were very helpful. They would be like, this is how this thing works. This is how a monster spawner works. This is what solid blocks are, what a fluid works, how boats operate, ladders, chests. And one of them was for mushroom islands and all that inhabited. And the very beginning of it has the main guy just sitting under one of the brown large mushrooms. And it's just this is on a desert island with a nice palm tree above. Great leaping pencils of Persia! That's not a palm tree! And that has stayed in my brain forever.
Was this text?
No,
Video?
It
Okay.
was a video at the bottom of the page. You can still find those videos deep on YouTube today. I don't remember who
Deep
did
in the
what.
tube.
Order! 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 Enough of the Minecraft wiki! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo! This is outrageous! However, isn't it likely that it was just AI generated? Ah! Oh, that's a day. Isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Perhaps he just drew it wrong. Blink, blink.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. Gotta say the magic word. With someone like Laurice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, all right? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall, waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now, ponder what sort of position Laurice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did. He was lying on his back. I can't see how it relates. But
This changes everything.
this changes everything. But it does, Your Honor.
We're gonna have to reopen the very first case of the series if Larry was a bottom.
Maybe Larry would have been dead. That is the reason why the wires in this sketch are going up instead of down. Oh!
You notice how there's like nothing to really like depict up and down?
Yep.
Like everyone just assumes this is up.
Yep.
No way.
Laurice Donem witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up.
I don't even know why the judge would be surprised. He didn't like see it on the easel or see it being painted or anything like that. He's just like being shown it now, and he's like, "Interesting painting. Oh, it's upside down. Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah, this is the first time this judge has seen this image, true. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. When you're living in the upside down, never trust Laurice
I never upside
Donem.
down yet.
Life is gonna spin you around. Whoa, let's get on with this show. So then, this sketch should actually, I think you finally get it, Your Honor. This piece of art should be burned. Wait, no. The correct way to view Laurice Donem's sketch is like this.
Wait.
This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right. Just like a pendulum. Ridiculous. Order!
Objection! Of all the things to say, a pendulum.
The pendulum.
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble.
That line delivery came out very like Vinecore, like fucking like chicken nuggets with the mac and cheese. Of all the things to say, a pendulum.
My only exposure to Vine was watching like curated Vine compilations.
Yep, I think that was most of us.
Yeah. Some brave, honorable souls went out to collect our funnies.
Farmers.
What
The
did we?
farmers reaping the grapes from the vine.
Yep. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side, and a pendulum was the only way to get it done.
Objection! Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which
That is way
means
smaller than I thought.
What?
That is smaller than I thought.
Yeah. It's not a very big bridge.
Not a very big chasm.
Nope.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The size doesn't matter, Bridgie. The size of your chasm doesn't matter.
Yeah, and some people like small caverns, you know?
Bridget.
Which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that
There's a,
sounds right.
sorry.
Me?
There's a Monster High, a troll lesbian named Bridget. This
Oh.
bridge troll.
Bridge troll. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you'd have to plan ahead.
What?
Objection!
I guess. Also, we're kind of assuming the distance here. She was swinging from the bridge. It must have been 15 feet away exactly.
Well, the whole point Godot was trying to get to is just like, it's a far distance. You need a rope really long that isn't just, available just on a random
Right, but
spot.
how do we know it was a far distance from this painting?
Because the only way to get it we have already established that it was on one side of the bridge to be murdered, and now it was found on the other side of the bridge. But the bridge was on fire, so we need to destroy that discrepancy. And so we're going through the logical motions of the oceans. You want to drink a potions?
My brain hurt.
Sorry.
Okay.
The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Miss Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? I can't do that thing Godot does with their throat. The what?
Is it?
When you say pendulum.
When I say pendulum,
It's normal for me. What? Oh, no.
So, like, is swinging across something a pendulum? Is Tarzan, like, penduluming the entire fucking jungle?
Technically, yes. Swinging.
Science has gone too far.
Science has gone too far. Why'd we have to classify everything?
Fucking little Rita Wayward wannabe Tarzan, like, bare, shirtless, big man. I'm sure that means nothing for her. She should have been born a son. Anyway. She don't need to think about no pendulums.
Wait, who?
Spiral.
Spiral. Oh, okay. It's like, wait, who are we talking about? And the meaning of this is, if you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
ah, I have a beard. What?
This is one of the wires from the bridge. I just slapped it to my face.
Am I a daddy? Should I eat this?
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, oh no. Uh-oh.
Did you lose a tooth?
That judge scream was so loud I hear a dog barking because of it.
Wow.
That's not
I don't
good.
hear it.
I know you can't hear it, but I can hear the dog. My mic is very good at not picking up the things I don't want it to. It won't pick up anything like out of a 7-foot range of me. That's why you can barely hear my wife when she walks by. Comes to visit and give me...
Although when you step away from the mic, it gets worse at that.
What?
When you're in like the other room, you become more audible. Like the noise becomes more audible.
Really?
Yeah.
Through my
So
mic?
like if Barbara is like near you, like talking to you, it's hard to hear Barbara, but it's slightly easier to hear Barbara when both of you are like far away from the mic.
Huh. Is it through my mic or her new mic?
Your mic. I'm pretty sure your mic, but I could be confuzzled.
Yeah. I can't think of times where I've left the desk and I had the microphone still on.
There was one recently, and you were like, "How long have you been here? Did you hear much?" And I was like, "I tried not to eavesdrop."
Oh,
And
right,
you're like the only
that.
person
So
there.
yeah, I guess you do have experience with that. Okay. Guess I'll have to take you on your word. I'm not on the other end of this mic. One
I'm
of
pretty
the
sure there's a wire on the other end of the mic.
Great segue. One of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Donham's body.
Bye.
Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Sheriff Godot. It seems that Sheriff Godot is more focused on their coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
One might even say I fucking proved it, Your Honor.
Objection! Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask.
It's the question you asked, dumbass.
Shut up. I am the prosecution. I am the law. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Try it. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum?
Wouldn't she have marks? Yeah?
Yes, that's... if I'll pull up the evidence so you can see. It says... Body fell 10 feet after death.
Oh?
Yep.
But like, wouldn't they fucking know if it fell like 10 feet and then like Spider-Man snapped around her waist?
What?
She was hung by a rope around her waist. Wouldn't that leave a mark if she fell 10 feet and then got like cracked by the fucking rope?
That animation we saw of the body swinging was not artistic interpretation. There is a knot that they had that like comes loose after a certain time. They don't ever explain how Iris knows how to tie a knot that specific. They just gloss over it. They just want the pendulum fact. And the 10 feet after death was to say that she died in a room and was pushed out the window, which is 10 feet off the ground.
Right?
So it was just a herring for the beginning, and now they're explaining what it actually was. But they're not going to explain how the knot worked. They didn't have rope on them after the swing. They literally come loose from the rope and land on the ground after swinging.
Huh?
It's fucking magic.
I guess.
Yep. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped.
I'm sorry. I just pictured fucking like an Ace Attorney case where there's like a lost footage movie and they have to get fucking Nostalgia Critic in to summarize it.
Hello, I'm the Boy Scout. I'm here to teach you
Please
how
say
to
your
tie
name
an
and
impossible knot.
occupation.
What?
Please state your name and occupation. Hello, I'm the...
Hello, I'm Doug Sitter. Looking at the map,
Dog sitter. What happened to their mother?
I don't even know how that connects. What?
Duck sitter?
Duck Sitter.
Because the mother sit on the funny baby ducks.
Oh,
I
said-
think. I don't know.
yeah.
I
Looking
know. I know what you said.
I said Doug Sitter
I know.
because his name's Doug Walker.
And I said duck sitter because Doug.
Because Dougie.
Dougie.
Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So then that was the spot where the criminal... Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here,
Whee!
it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. Did you say drop? Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
I did not. I mean, what makes you think something like that happened? Blink.
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence? The coroner said it dropped some distance.
My girlfriend Edgeworth updated the autopsy report.
Blink. Blink.
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10?
Oh, I just remembered. I just remembered the fucking, like, one of the twists that comes up about the previous cases.
What?
The fucking, I was like, Chris doesn't know Phoenix. And I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. 10 feet, huh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body
Well.
swung due to the forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
Blink.
Yes, this blink, blood-stained amethyst crystal, blink, is the one that came off of Miss Elise, blink, Don M's staff. We couldn't even see you that time. Trust me, blink. No! And even more important is, blink, the place where this crystal sphere was found. What have you started, Iris?
Beach City.
Great, now I can see the judge blinking. Fuck, why? Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was Oh! Precisely your in the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
I mean, you can arrive anywhere with the right amount of speed.
Yeah. Technically, you're always moving on speed because this big hunk of rock known as Earth is moving. She's got movement. Movement. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright.
You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Ms. Wright. Most impressive. But, Ms. Wright? I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. What is the meaning of this, Ms. Godot?
Cold comes in coffee?
Yeah, it's pretty popular. There was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing. Oh, and what would that be?
I'm the murderer and I'll do it again. Bang, bang, bang. Leaves.
The aroma. It wasn't bang, bang, bang. It was stab, stab, stab. Huh? I would know. I was there. A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
I was getting at that he kills the courtroom.
Ah. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. An accomplice? The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Body collector store?
Ms. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well...
No single person could be able to do this. Happy Asexual Visibility Week, everyone. It's not? I don't think it is.
Not anymore.
I think
It's
in
the week
October.
after Valentine's.
Oh.
That,
I thought there was... I think there's a day in October.
oh,
It's like an asexual day.
cool. Yeah, I saw that it was just like... For this year, it was just like right after Valentine's, February 14th. On February 15th, and for the presiding week after that, it was Asexual Awareness Week. And it's just like, all the
Right.
people in the relationship can have their one day, but we have a week! And it's like, okay.
February is jam-packed, baby.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Wright, you know what you must do. Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice. Very well, then. If you please, Ms. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side?
Question. Were any of the robots really involved in, like, the murders in, the space station cases?
I don't think so.
Wild.
Yeah, I think they never really introduced the idea of just like, what if a robot did kill?
Yeah, like, you feel like even if it wasn't killed, you feel like there'd be like a, oh, how could this thing have moved if no heat scanner went off or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It was the robot's jog.
It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? Blink. Blink,
I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Don't speak
Objection!
kinky of the dead.
What?
Don't speak kinky of the dead.
Tried. We're even listening to the witness's testimony. On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. Why would you describe it that way, Godot? I haven't forgotten, but have you, Ms. Godot?
This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Were you gonna say something?
Blink.
Blink. I am keeping my eyes closed as to not blink. Strange indeed. It's almost as if... Stop blinking! I can hear it! I can hear it! Stop!
Breathe.
No!
Breathe.
No! Clench a
On
little.
the night
Clench where?
Oh.
Clench where? My toes. Oh. Ugh. Why?
Sphincter.
Splinter itch. On that
Sphincter.
night, the defendant was in 2 different places at the same time. Sister Iris, let me ask you something.
Throw up a little.
Why didn't you mention it? Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Did I have a heart attack and let Iris go? I mentioned what?
The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now
She was so burnt out.
a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
It's now a fact, like Gwenpool rewriting her own canon. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about Plinko Pendulum. Blink.
I thought you said Plinko pendulum. It's like, what? The body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing.
Blink.
Unless
Blink,
you're
blink.
not really Iris to begin with.
Blink. What? Blink. Ah, can you say that, Mr. Wright? Are you Blink transphobic?
Says the person who
Blink.
just called me Mr. Right.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
We already had this conversation yesterday, supposedly with you. But that wasn't you, was it?
Here. I don't know what's happening.
It was a little thing that I was setting up earlier. Because I know that this isn't Iris. This
You
is...
set up a fucking trap for me.
Yes! Of where, throughout the story, I've, made Phoenix trans. And I made it so that when they were talking to Iris, they say, I'm just like, hey, I'm a woman. Please refer to me as such. And because this is other person, other twin, that stream would know, because we've talked with Edgeworth about it, but you don't actually know, which is kind of perfect. That you don't know, that we know a thing. And so I set
What
up
about
the thing
Duolingo?
that when I knew this was not Iris, that it's like she kept on calling Wright Mr. Wright, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, didn't we already go over this? And then you showed up, and it's like, okay, I'll just let Pari go about this, and I won't tell Pari about the pronoun change because that just adds to it. Nice.
With Duolingo, I got a sentence that was like, you know that I know, but he doesn't know, or something. It's starting to get hard.
Yep.
I'll sort it.
What kind of nonsense is this? This is fan interpretation, baby. Otherwise, why would you even watch my stream?
Blink.
You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple. Objection.
Anyone got?
You serious tried. You mean
Blink.
this woman
Blink.
is...
Blink. Sneeze. Blink.
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from
Blink.
yesterday.
Why she's worse at blinking?
Yep. And why she's trying to pin this
Blink.
murder on Maya.
Blink.
The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... Right, are you about to dare name another woman? I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Please.
Hawthorne? Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her,
Blink.
Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. Blink, blink. That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Turns you into a pig like Paper Mario that goes in your door. Thought I was already a pig. Why?
Ha! It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data
About Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, yes, I remember now. That case. 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm just a little Southern belle. It's an honor for me to be in your noble presence here in the northern states.
Are you related to Gambit? You have red hair as well.
No, I'm from the great state of Alabama. The honor is all mine.
I didn't know this character would show up, Puri, but perfect.
No, the honor is all mine. I'm a different voice now. I'm Flashback Judge.
Flashback.
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
That's interesting insight. It takes about 5 years for one of the characters we condemn to die. So maybe Geru, like, is still alive. Maybe Aurora can have a couple good years with her daughter.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Aura. Threw in an extra syllable.
An extra thing for that extra sentence. So,
You're gonna start charging me for talking more than I need to?
maybe. You get paid less for these streams now for everything you don't say that's in the text box.
No, now I only get like 10 head pats instead of 15.
Yeah. The economy is in shambles.
Hand economy in this hand.
Technically, movement is energy, so we can say the energy economy is failing.
If only Gambit was here.
Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
What? What? Order! Order! Order!
This is like when it only works because like one of the fucking lawyers happens to be like, you know, the same minority or something. It's like, no, yeah, you can be a different fucking name and gender. Yeah, that can happen. And like no one else will pick up on it, but because one of your lawyers is.
Yep.
Wait a heckin' moment here, Blink. Blink. How can you? My sister, Blink, she's already dead. What kind of
Objection!
record is this? Hop, hop, hop,
You,
hop.
of all people, should already understand. After all, the blood
of the master of the Quran channeling technique flows within that body. The Quran channeling technique. Now, where have I heard that one before?
What have I told you about talking kinky of the dead?
It's one of my rules. Never talk kinky about the dead. That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself.
Otto says all this shit, and then like, a girl comes up to him and says like, "Hey, you're pretty handsome." He's like, "Whoa, whoa, don't talk kinky of the dead."
Your dad? Yeah, this dark mask is for. Like a vampire. That's kind of hot. No. No, wait, stop.
Dead and consenting, my dream. That right? I have a vision, and then I realize, oh, there's other visions, and I don't like that.
You can DM the visions to me, burden me with them.
No. Like just like what I said already has come out in a way that can be interpreted in ways I did not intend.
You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
That's not what I expected.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking for us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where his twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yeah. What'd you say?
I like the psych out of like You think there was spirit channeling going on? Please, that's impossible. Spirit channeling at this time of day in this part of the country at this exact time? You'd have to be an expert spirit channeler too. Like, come on, can you believe this guy doesn't even know what spirit channeling is really? Like
Yeah.
the fucking psych out of like spirit channeling, impossible, and then like just does not doubt spirit channeling exists at all.
Yeah, but there is the kind of ridiculous thing of just like, yeah, when you put all the things like that, yes. Objection. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens? Objection. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It was all
Don't talk a winky dink of the dead.
What'd you say?
Don't talk a winky dink of the dead.
Wiki dink. Why are there so many rules pertaining to the dead if you don't believe them? Gotcha. It's all written right here in these instructions.
Blink, what, blink, what's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay.
How do we know that?
We talked to Pearl earlier about it.
Interesting.
Yep. There, because if we look at the burnt note, the very last line is gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our fruition to vengeance.
I mean, like, I knew it, but, like, how do you prove that in the court of law?
We're
I
about
would just
to.
say, like, this was written by your mother.
We're about to. We have witness who threw gravy onto the master. The gravy roasted.
Everyone knows Morgan Fay loved her gravy. She carried around in her pockets all the time.
It's kind of what Pearl did. And
And part of the plan was... And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be canceled.
And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. So we could cancel her. Fuck you. That night,
You can speak canceled, but...
there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. 2 of them? Twins. Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 p.m.
Wait a
However,
minute. Sorry if I'm jumping ahead, but I wanna ask about like a plot thing. What happens to get like Maya and Pearl there like intentionally?
It was Pearl.
I'll put it in Maya's head.
Yep, Pearl was the one to even book it for them.
You see?
So
I
yeah.
was like, guys, I got a signal on my I got a Soviet signal on my unicorn horn. There's a fucking free murder vacation. Let's go.
Unicorn horn, Pearl. You have a pretzel for a hair bun. What horn?
You don't remember my iconic unicorn horn? Maybe you got knocked out during too many murders and can't remember anything anymore.
Yeah, I remember when I first met Pearl, she had like a unicorn horn, but after the urn mysteriously broke, so did the horn. The horn was gone. It must have been someone going
I
around
can still
smashing
feel it,
things.
though. I
What-
feel it inside me.
Mm,
It's poking my little brain.
mm. We're gonna have to bring you to a
One
doctor.
day, Trucy's gonna have to pay an arm and a leg to save me from it. Because fucking someone, Nick, kept poking it.
Hey, don't throw me under the bus, ball thrower.
You throwing your daughter under the bus? She has to pay like $80,000 to save her wife from your fucking funny pokes.
However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the
Was that
Iris
you?
Sister
What?
Bikini saw at the inner temple. What'd you say?
What is that a euphemism for?
What euphemism?
She gave you a hood in the hall?
You'll learn when you're older.
I'm already so old.
Was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Objection. Do you even know what you're saying? Try it. The whole
You don't know the sex
channel.
positions that unlock at 42?
What'd you say?
You don't know the sex positions that unlock at 42?
Yeah. Nope, can't say that. Nope, can't say that.
Plink, plink.
This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in this witness stand is the real Iris. What? What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Ignore the flashback noises.
I am burning right now. Could you please not swing from me?
I am dead. Gah.
I have died, but I don't like being remembered as a fucking dying, burning bridge with someone swinging gleefully from me. Please don't do this.
Take it up with
I'm
Morgan
very
Faye's
uncomfortable.
children.
I don't know who that is.
It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. Pendulum. Better.
You know?
That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. They found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Well, thank goodness. Blink. It looks like Blinky's finally convinced Blush Blink.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Go, go, go. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places. Switched places?
Nope.
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we cannot continue with this trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means
How do you know that?
they must have switched places somewhere else.
No. I mean, we did find Pearl, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So who's another person who can channel spirits that we're missing?
Oh, right.
Well, Ms. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? And we will find that out next time, which hopefully will be the last stream of Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright trilogy, because there is also the investigation and the Great Ace Attorney that I'd be fine with playing. I just don't have the money to buy them right now. So we have other games lined up. Please put your votes in the comments and vote for games you want to see me play and do funny little voices with and have friends also present, like Paris.
Also present.
Yeah.
I was considering doing other, I mean, I did a couple of them, but I was considering some other bodily functions and stuff. And I didn't get chances for them. I was considering ovulate.
Wow. I'm so glad you chose me over that. I feel honored.
What?
I feel honored. That's what I meant. That's the fuck. Where can people find you, Paris?
I feel like we're on different pages. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
No, I'm saying for fucking the blink bit.
What?
I was considering other bodily functions for the blink bit.
Okay, yeah, you lost me.
Like instead of just saying blink, I would say sneeze. I did that a couple times.
Yeah.
And I was considering saying like ovulate.
Oh, and it's just like, how can I hear that? Okay, but where can people find you?
Star Kick Factory. We had some episodes with Tidbit recently, and we've got some more, but I don't know when they're going up because I don't know that we're doing episodes this week.
Boom. Description updated. And stream is about to end. So thank you for joining me, Paris. And y'all who are watching from the future, please like the stream or edited video that this is in. Comment your thoughts down below. Share this with your friends or share it with not your friends. You could even clip it and just send them short little bits, tidbits, if you will.
Pendulum.
And we do these streams Monday, noon, PST. If all of that is really hard to remember, I wouldn't blame you. Sometimes I forget. You can simply subscribe to be notified when these things are coming out. And you'll be able to comment in the chat. What'd you say?
Clip your favorite tidbits.
Yeah. Clip your favorite tidbits. They show up on the front of the channel because, you know, it's my content. Why not? You're clipping my content. It's a little edited, little yummy bites. So give
It's
me
a
them
little
tidbits.
edited you tidbit. I want you to have it.
Okay, bye-bye. I swear, is there at least a reference to Smiling Friends every stream?
I don't know. Probably not.
I mean, probably with at least when there's another guest who knows Smiling Friends. It's just bound to happen.